Hey guys, what is going on? This is Pete on the beat. In this video I would like to give you a few quick tips or few tactics that I personally prefer to use when it comes to the preparation of my meats, the preparation of my protein sources. So I would like to point out that this video is mostly for the people that really want to use the 1 meal a day plan in order to build muscle, and basically they want to use it as a tool to improve their bodybuilding or fitness lifestyle in general. So if you're one of those people, then you're probably familiar with the fact that one of the most important things, if not the most important thing when it comes to building clean muscle tissue, is the absorption of the protein. And here I would like to point out that I'm putting together this video because more and more often I see people feel sluggish after having 1 meal a day, and they feel that this is because of the caloric overload and this is because they do not eat the whole day and all that crap. And I would like to say this, trust me, I've been there, I felt the exact same way. But here I would like to also point out that because of doing a lot of experiments and basically trying a lot of different stuff, also incorporating a lot of the most basic like biohacking techniques. I'm not talking about the advanced stuff such as implants and using a lot of compounds, but some of the basic biohacking techniques really helped me to be able to maintain this 1 meal a day muscle building lifestyle and make those gains, you know, and feel great throughout the day without any blood sugar crashes or whatever. So the thing that I would like to point out, you're probably already familiar with it since you lived it or whatever. This is basically the fact that the most taxing to your digestive system thing that you consume on a day-to-day basis are the protein sources, basically the protein, especially the meats, because there are some awesome and extremely easy digestible proteins, such as the whole organic free-range eggs, like high quality, easy digestible protein, complete protein and all that. But for the most part, I hate to say this, I really hate to say this because I'm a huge meat eater. I rely mostly on meat. I cannot stress about this. It really doesn't matter if I eat like steaks and eggs or meats and eggs, or if I eat meats and say such as there is always meat. I always eat meat, and I definitely eat relatively huge quantities. I'm around 200 pounds, 6.3, and I'm one of those people who really needs more protein. I mean, I can do well on less protein, but my body definitely responds a lot better on higher amounts of protein, like higher protein intake or whatever. So if you're one of those guys and you feel sluggish after a meal and you search for a solution, this might be the solution of your problem. So I definitely encourage you to pay attention to the thing that I'm about to say, because I actually discovered this late and it was a game changer for me. I cannot stretch about this. It is extremely simple technique, extremely simple tactic, or whatever you prefer to call it, but I use this on a day-to-day basis for all of my meats and all of my fishes. So the thing that I would like to recommend you to do is to prep all of your meats in under tension cooker. So what I mean by this is not to cook your whole meal in the under tension cooker or whatever. I'm talking about prepping the actual meat. And what I mean by this is definitely not overcooking the meat. Pay attention to this one. You don't want to overcook the meat, because this will definitely ruin the quality of the proteins in those amazing cuts of meat, such as like grass-fed beef, or if you prefer to do some non-hormone injected leaner chicken breast. I completely understand this. This is basically what I do nowadays. But prep the meat in an under tension cooker. Boil the meat for around 10 to 20 minutes on medium heat. Again, you don't want to overcook the meat, and then cook the actual meat. And the thing that you will notice after doing this is the fact that you're going to be able, by using a knife, to turn any type of meat in some kind of a pre-boiled burger meat or pre-boiled ground meat. From this situation, you're also going to be able to do all the seasonings a lot better. For me nowadays, those are like a lot of sea salt and organic oregano. This is what I do nowadays, but you of course you can do all kinds of seasonings. But this thing with the under tension cooker will definitely improve the digestibility of those protein sources, believe it or not. And from there you can use a pan with a lot of butter in order to do the actual preparation, in order to do the actual cooking, or you can use an oven. It really doesn't matter. I do not recommend you to use like a microwave. Let me clear this out. I definitely do not recommend you to use microwave, but an oven is great. You can do like a lot of butter in a pan and prep the meats with a lot of butter. It really depends. You can prep them in MCTs. this is not the most important part. The most important part is the actual preparation for the cooking. You actually turn them in this like already boiled type of a ground meat, and you will notice that you're going to be able to eat all your food with spoon. And this is basically what I do on a day-to-day basis, especially when it comes to eating a meal with starches, because now it's winter. I'm a huge fan of the safe starches, but when it's winter I prefer to stay away from the safe starches for the most part. I definitely believe my brain feels like 100 times better when I go with high fat, high protein, no safe starches. The second thing that is again equally important to this is to really figure out what are the exact protein sources that your body is able to tolerate. Forget about what I say, forget about what I eat, forget about what this guy says, what that girl says, what this guru says. It really doesn't matter. You have to figure out on your own what are the protein foods that your body is able to really tolerate. I'm always giving this example, but my body is not able to process salmon that effectively. Matter of fact, even if I eat like half of the amount of meat that I consume on a day-to-day basis from salmon, I'll probably feel like dog shit. I really do not try to offend nobody. I really don't want to break anybody's heart, but this is how it goes for me. You on your side, if you're able to tolerate salmon, and of course if you're able to get your hands on a high quality wild caught salmon, definitely go for it. Nowadays I started to incorporate more fatty fishes in my meals, like wild caught mackerel, wild caught trout, or salmon trout, but I prefer to stay away from the salmon because I'm not able to process it. And basically you definitely need to use this technique for all of your food sources. It really doesn't matter if it's protein, if it's fat, if it's safe starch. In the end of the day, it's all about what your body is able to process, because when it comes to eating one meal a day and really trying to build that muscle, those are huge quantities of food, especially for a lot of us. And it took me like pretty long time to really figure this out with the under tension cooker, because in the end of the day I'm huge on beef. Like I love beef, my body responds extremely well on grass-fed beef. This is one of my favorite protein sources, but if I only cook the beef in the pan, this will definitely not produce the same results for me. It will definitely make me a bit sluggish. This for me personally does not matter, or it's not that important, because in the end of the day I have my meal and I go straight to the bed. This is how I live. I never eat until I'm ready to settle down. This is how my body works, and basically this is everything I wanted to share with you guys. Definitely encourage you to give this thing a try with the under tension cooker, prepping your protein food, especially the meat. This is especially for the meat, especially if you consume huge quantities of meat on a day-to-day basis. So give this thing with the under tension cooker a try. And yeah, I hope everything I said makes sense to you. I hope you find the video helpful and useful. If so, please do not hesitate to click on the thumbs up button down below. Feel free to leave me some comments. Let me know if this tip works for you with the under tension cooker. Try different protein sources and basically pay attention to what works for you. Do not pay attention to what works for me or to what works for the next guy. Those things are extremely important. Extremely important. They are way more important than tracking your calories. If you really want to track something, I definitely encourage you to start tracking your food tolerances. You can use like food tolerances applications that are available out there. Many of them are free. And of course, you should track your sleep on a day-to-day basis. Those things are way more important than tracking your calories, believe it or not. So yeah guys, this is basically everything I wanted to say. I hope you'll find the video helpful and useful. If so, please do not hesitate to click on the thumbs up button down below. Maybe give me some comments, share your personal experience. Let me know if the thing with the under tension cooker works for you. I'll be so happy if you do this. You can also feel free to subscribe to my YouTube channel. You can also check out some articles on PETEONTHEBEAT.com. That is my website. I built it from scratch. So yeah, I'm wrapping it up for now. I would like to thank you for watching this video. Please stay tuned for more. Have a nice one and good luck with making the proper adjustments in order to figure out what are the best protein sources for you and with the preparation of your foods. Peace!